I genuinely don't remember what those are called, and I kind of don't want to learn by getting hit or having to deal with them, especially since how you get to the boss. We'll find out soon enough. Oh. Ah, they're called specters. So yes, there's a death mantis. And now is the perfect time. Well, not the perfect time, but we can at least have luck active while going through this room. Because I think they're king moths. Okay, never mind. Never mind. This works. This works. And like that, we have a new card. Yeah, king moths. So king moths will deliver poison and give you antidotes. I'll warn you now, there are a number of enemies here with a focus on poisoning. Oh, I destroyed a single projectile. That worked out. All right, then. Get you taken care of. Take care of the mantis. So now... Okay, switching out holy water for an axe. I can get behind that. That's that taken care of. And hey, we're level 26. We have a decent defense because of our equipment. And our health and MP aren't looking too shabby. It's actually a lot better than in practice. Ow. And at least... At least I know there's a save station nearby, so technically if I really wanted to, I could level grind off of the Death Mantis. Ow. Okay. Just tank through. All right. Ow. Ow. That's a killer bee. They're a pain. And they're one of the few enemies that, upon first encountering, I had no problems with. Now I can't help but get hit. So there's the Man-Eater. Holder of our next attribute card. Or, not attribute card. Scratch that. Holder of our next action card. Ow. Gah. At least I don't have to deal with curse, but I'd rather not be poisoned than have to run through all my antidotes. Also, you can't avoid them just lunging at you in a straight line. They'll go and beeline it for you. And might I introduce you to the poison armor? Prepare to get poisoned a lot. Basically, I'm just happy I have an out to the damage I've taken. Also, the evil hands, if they make contact with you, will attempt, well, won't attempt, they'll have succeeded in grabbing you. If you are grabbed by an evil hand, you'll take essentially poison damage that you can't just remove. So yes, just duck down here. The man-eater used bullet seed. It had a varying effectiveness, i.e. none at all. Also, if you want to know, the killer bees also drop antidotes. So, at least there's that. And welcome to the nightmare that is the Spectre spam. Okay. I need to conserve health and, if possible, antidotes. I'm running through them like crazy. Also, of course, the man-eater, which I wanted to say Alaroon instead, just from, a bit of Aria of Sorrow still in my brain. Ah, jerk. Okay. This man-eater is being very... I'm out of antidotes. So if you want to know what I have to do now, I have to rely on this. So basically, while I take 5 or 6 damage occasionally, I'll be restoring it until I have basically bounced out. And I'm hoping the poison runs out. Yeah, it ran out, so now I'm restoring health rather than losing it. And the only downside is the fact that I have to stand here stationary while I slowly recuperate my health. This is why I don't like this area. It's a bunch of enemies that basically poison you, and the drop rate for items is ludicrous. And I now have to move on into another room where I'm not exactly sure of... Oh, it's this room. Okay. So, if I duck out, duck back in, that'll reset the specters, allow me to get up here to the save room. Right above us is the boss room. I need to grind the card from the man-eater quickly. So, I'm going to do that by using this room here. Finally. So our new card has been obtained. I can now just run all the way up to here. That's why I don't like specters. They can spawn anywhere in there, in that room, as long as you aren't on there as well. So, now it's time to show off the goods. Firstly, the cockatrice combos. Activating cockatrice and Mercury makes a stone whip. Cock-resistant Venus. Well, gotta give it a second. Okay, then. There it was. Gains experience from walking. Cockatrice and Jupiter. At the cost of mobility, so our jump is lessened and our movement speed is way down, we transform into stone and become invulnerable. Cockatrice and Mars. This one's the best one, which I just have to show you in here. Attack with Tonfers. Can turn enemies into stone. And finally, Diana. And Cockatrice. So, to quickly explain the two cards, Diana, goddess of the moon and hunting, has the potential of creation. And Cockatrice. The Cockatrice is said to have the ability to turn things to stone, has the power stone. So, now time to go through all the combinations with Diana, which are easy, as Diana basically makes elemental projectiles based on whatever attribute you have. It's different per each one. And honestly, very self-explanatory. Except for Golem. Golem is absurd. Already showed off Cockatrice. That was Manticore. And finally, Thunderbird. Thunderbird doesn't have a projectile much like Golem, but instead is completely free and just allows you to keep spinning your whip. Well, not completely free, you have an activation cost. So it's 12, and it's supposed to be per attack, but it doesn't actually work that way. So going through, Salamander is a standard fireball. Serpent is 3 slivers of ice. And these each, I believe, have the chance to freeze. Mandragora is 3 plumes of petals. Golem is a quake that travels along the ground, so useless when you're in the air. Cockatrice is 3 rocks. Manticore, you have the same effect as the regular whip, except now you have a blob of poison. That kind of acts as a pseudo, holy water. And finally, Thunderbird. Electricity fills the air when the whip is spun. So out of all of these, for the boss that's coming up, we actually want Golem and Mercury. So, saving again. And moving on. I made it here without taking damage. Now, much like what I did down here, just in case I missed it, I'm gonna overwrite this. This is basically a save state. It's quite nice, and it allows some freedom. Also, if you don't have it, the axe would spawn from this torch right here. Either that one or the first one, just one of these 2 torches. Now, getting into why I'm going to be using Golem for the upcoming battle. Say hello to the zombie dragons. Oh. That is why you need some distance for this. Because the entire neck of the dragon is, of course, able to hit you and deal damage. So one of the better strategies is by using the Golem Whip, basically by sitting at the left zombie dragon side. Neither can hit you, except for the left zombie dragon, when it does that head slam, which causes the ceiling to cave in. I will say you have to be very careful. Oh. Just because of the rocks falling. And after the heads bash in the ceiling, or bash themselves against the side of the wall, you have rocks that fall. That is pretty much the only way they can attack you here. Aside from contact damage. And that was the left dragon showing off its only other attack it can do. Oh. Yeah. This might seem like the uninteresting way of dealing with the zombie dragons. But it's the only safe way. Because if you're standing in that middle platform, both can easily hit you. And the zombie dragons hit like trucks. Giant undead trucks. Also, because they are poison element, I don't actually remember which whip does more damage. If I'm correct, no whip does enough damage to this thing. Aside from, like, Thunderbird combo. And that's mostly due to a few things. Oh. You sly, undead abomination of science. And magic, probably. I'm trying to get hits in, but it's difficult what with them acting as they are. Okay, now there is a little thing. So by standing right here and using the Jupiter and Mandragora combo, you can sit here and just heal. And there is no attack that can hit you here, except for maybe the flamethrower and the rocks falling might be able to hit you. Maybe not. But otherwise, you save the right dragon head for last, just because it's easier to deal with the one attack from the left dragon head. Now, sadly, this will deplete my ability to use the Golem Whip. But it is really the only... Ow. Safe wait. There's the flamethrower in full effect. Okay, perfect. There's one. So, if you want to know, don't take down both heads simultaneously. It's not going to work. The other head heals off of whichever one you destroy. And from here, the middle platform is actually safe to stand on. And this is where I change over to this combo. For a few attacks. Because my MP is so low. So yes, in practice, this actually became a bit of a problem. And how did that one hit me while I was spinning the damn whip? Ow. Forgot about that. I think I'll just, okay then. Well, that's, not right. This is not good. This is not good at all. I am, not in a well way. Thankfully, this side is now 100% safe. The right dragon can't do anything to you over here. So, as I just wait for my MP to recharge, I can tell you a bit more about this fight. Both dragons actually have less health than the prior boss, but together they have more, obviously. So both dragons have 14,000 health, I believe, whereas the previous boss was around 16,000. It might be 100 rather than 1,000, but anyway, it's a ton of health to get through. And the biggest thing about this is the zombie dragons really just smack you around. So you have to play it safe with your MP and HP. So when you get low enough, just duck over into this corner for a bit and take your chance. Now, I will say you can choose to damage both heads a bit. And even though it's not a full heal on whichever one you leave standing. Okay, yeah, no, I'm going to use the golem combo. Just safer that way. Ah, hit by a boulder. The annoying part is spinning the whip doesn't seem to want to work for me. God. Oh. Okay, there we go. I'm guessing I'm just activating the spin a bit too late. Now, of course, if you were so inclined, you could actually